didn't do any research on you, so I can't give you
I'll do
an
it.
introduction.
Have you noticed, first of all, she's the only one that doesn't need a microphone. It's clear as day. Thank you for having me. I'll just say something real quick about the conflict overseas right now. My wife forced me to go to a solidarity event last night. I didn't want to go. I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't ready for it. It was at a temple nearby, but she made me go. We're both actually dual citizens. We're both Israeli and American. So go. It feels good to go. It feels good to be around people who support you, who will make you feel better. And I'm with Greg. We'll persevere. They always do. We always do. So that's what I'll say about that. So I am Daniel Eisinger. I work at the Public Defender's Office, and I have never been a prosecutor. These guys know I've been a public defender since I was a baby lawyer, starting in 2003. And I don't want to leave. Carrie Howlett has been a legend, as Madam President said, and I've been working with her hand in hand for many, many years. I've been her chief assistant for the last 6 or 7 years, lose count, but I've been in her team for all 20. I want to tell you about a case from this morning to sort of highlight why I want to be your public defender, and why it matters to have a public defender, why it matters to have a good public defender, or a great public defender. So there was a young man in court this morning, and I am in court, like Craig says, pretty much every morning. And a 25-year-old black male accused of trespass. That's it, trespass. He's in custody. He went to, he's mentally ill. It's very clear when you speak to him. And he went back to his old residence where he grew up. And his parents have long since gone. I think they both passed away. And he just went there, I think, because that's where he feels good. He's not on his medication right now. He doesn't have a place to stay. And so it's very sad, of course. But as the chief said, and I think Greg alluded to this, jail ain't the place for him. Our sick people don't belong in jail for these minor offenses. The sheriff, Bradshaw, currently goes around and he tells people that his jail is the biggest mental health provider in Palm Beach County. Craig's heard that. Man, that makes me throw up.
Yes.
Doesn't it make you feel awful? That the few doctors we have in the jail and the few nurses that we have in the jail are basically a psychiatric unit taking care of our ill people in Palm Beach County. That's nonsense. Who thinks that's nonsense? So here's what we're going to do about it. We're going to work really hard. So let me give you an example of what we're doing. We had another woman who passed away in the jail from quote-unquote self-neglect. I heard about it. It made me so upset. She was mentally ill also and charged with trespass. And she was waiting for another doctor to come evaluate her to see if she was competent or not. Who cares if she's competent or not? It's trespass. So I initiated a mental health court for misdemeanors, just like her, all low-level stuff, non-violent people. And we got the state to jump on board. I got the chief judge to jump on board. It was my idea. Carrie let me run with it, thankfully. And we started it about 6 months ago. And our focus in this court is not to adjudicate people guilty. It's not to have trials. It's not to punish. It's to get them hooked up with services. Services. Because that young man in court this morning, when I get him to a doctor's office and he gets his shot, he's gonna do better. He's not gonna be at that house anymore. And so we've had so much success that Niels and Mayor Weiss have expressed an interest in expanding this court we started. We have interest from the chief judge, the state attorney's office, and others, and I'm so proud of what we've done in just a short period of time. I spent 2 hours at the healthcare district yesterday. I spent time with SEFBEN, which is a huge provider of mental health services in South Florida. They're all in on it now, and so we're gonna make a change. I promise you this, if I'm public defender, there won't a day go by where I'm not working on this issue moving forward. I will spend a portion of every day working on providing better mental health services for our clients. The days of saying the courts don't have a role in this are over. We already are part of it. We have to take ownership of that and make positive changes. So that's what I'll be working on, among other things. I can tell you I've tried a whole lot of cases too. Craig was on the other side of some of them, on some homicides. I work with honor, I work with courage, I work with integrity. That's why I have the support of all the lawyers in my office. Ms. Howitt, most importantly, has endorsed me, which means the world to me, being the legend that she is. And so we're gonna go get it, and we're gonna win this thing, and I hope I have earned your support. Thank you very much.